Today we have to discuss about the new chapter, the ancient civilizations of India. So in the ancient civilizations of India, that means the India, it has its own unique civilizations. So those are Harappa civilization and Mohenjo-daro civilization. So before going to the civilization, we found the human beings, they were migrated some of the important places. When historians excavated or when scientists or engineers excavated, we found many of the evidences. In that, especially we are remembering Burj Home. So this Burj Home we found in a place of Kashmir. So it is called as an underground home. Why it is called as underground home? Why they are made the pits like that? Because they want to protect from the weather and also a animal. So in those places we found the earthen pots. So these kind of the pots they were used to make a cook. That means the people that depend on the condition, they were made the cook the outside of the Burj Home or else inside of the Burj Home. So Mehergarh, it is one of the site nearby the Bolan Pass. It is one of the fertile soil. Especially we found the iron ore. In this way, the Mehergarh people, they were first person to started the cultivation, and it is one of the first village we found in those sites. Like this way, they were started the cultivation of barley and wheat, and they were started the animal rearing also. Those are goat rearing and also a sheep rearing. So these kind of the animal rearing and agricultural activities, especially we got from the Mehergarh. So it is nearby the Bolan Pass. Like that, it is one of the first village we found many of the houses. So how it was? So these kind of the houses, especially it was 4 or more rooms. The many sites we found nearby the Bolan Pass. So these kind of the sites, especially we found a fossil animals and also a graves. We found the fossil animals and also a graves. So these kind of the evidences with that the animals and also a people, they were buried together. So these are the information. So these are the aspects, especially we got for the Vedic period. In that the first urbanization. So what is the first urbanization we got there? In the first urbanization, in the sense, especially we got two important cities. Those are Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So what is Harappa? What is the uniqueness of the Harappa? That means Harappa, it was discovered before 150 years ago. Especially it was situated in the place of Sindhu Valley region. Sindhu Valley region. Where is this Sindhu Valley region? This is Sindhu Valley region we found nearby the Punjab. And in this time, that means in excavated time, we found many of the bricks. So these kind of the bricks, it was a mound made of the excellent bricks. It was a mound made of the excellent bricks. So these kind of the bricks, they were used to make a railway track. So when they were excavated, they found these kind of the bricks and they were used for a railway track. Like this way, the ancient city, so what we called as Harappa, it was discovered before 4600 years old. Before 4600 years old. Like this way, we found the significance of the cities. So what is the significance of the cities? Especially we found 2 or more parts of the cities of Harappa. We found 2 or more parts of the cities of Harappa. Like this, in a western part, it was a narrow and elevated place. It was a narrow and also a elevated place. So it is named as a Citadel. It is named as a Citadel. Like this, eastern part also we found there. So these kind of the eastern part, it was a wide and lower level. It was a wide and also a lower level. So these places we are named as a lower town. Lower town. Citadel means it is named as a fort. And a lower town. Lower town. Then walls. The walls also we found there. So these walls are very strong. These walls are very strong. How it was? Why it is very strong? Because so they were used the burnt bricks. They were used the burnt bricks and interlocking manner. So these walls are built by the burnt bricks and interlocking manner. So these walls are very strong. And Mohenjo-daro, the one more city we used to call as Mohenjo-daro. So what have in that Mohenjo-daro? Especially Mohenjo-daro, we found the water tank. We found the water tank. It is also named as a bath tank. It is also named as a bath tank. Then what is the uniqueness of this water tank or the bath tank? See, some of the scholars, they were named this water tank as a bath tank. See, this uniqueness in a sense, especially if we are remembering, so this water tank, it was built of a bricks, it to prevent the seepage of water. They built by the burnt bricks. They built by the burnt bricks, so it is a prevent of a seepage of a water. So in that water tank we found steps in either side to go down. So these are the steps also as available and rooms in all around. Around the water tank we found many of the rooms. So these water supplies by well and used water let it out. So in a Mohenjo-daro water tank, it gets the water from the well, like that what are the usage of water or used water, they were let in out, like that we found the fire altars. So these kind of the fire altars especially we got from the Kalibangan and Lutha. So these are the important places also we got here, like that Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Luthal. So these are the important places, especially we got a large granaries. So these large granaries also helpful to know about the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So town planning also one of the important factor we got from the Harappa civilization and also a Mohenjo-daro civilization. In that town planning, it's a low town, it's a lower town. In that more habitation also we got there. In that the very methodological manner town planning we got there. That means what they were built, the roads, wells and also a drainage system, houses, it is a well planned and also a methodological manner. In that the two-storied houses also we got there, roads and drains, drainage system also well planned in a Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. In that the main doors it was faced on the street and none of the windows is opened into the street. So before the people are lives in a caves, the before people are lives in a trees, but the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization people, they were built the houses by using the burnt bricks. So these kind of the houses, the main door it was faced on a street, but no one windows is faced on the street. Like that bathroom and wells as available. So each and every home or each and every houses we found the bathroom and wells also available. So it was supply the more water to the civilization people. Like this underground sewage system also. The underground sewage drains also we got there. So it is a well planned and the healthy resource we got there. And they were built by the bricks and covered with the stone slabs. So what are the drainage system we got there? It is an underground drainage system and it was built by the bricks. It was built by the bricks and covered with the stone slabs. It was completely covered with the stone slabs. So these type of the town planning especially we got from the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. In that way, town life. So what is the life? That means here they used the more precious stones and also metals as a jewelry. That means the almost all of the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization people, women and also men, they were used the precious stones and also metals as their jewelry. Like this way, the town layout or layout of the town is one of the important thing we got there. See what we found, the available resource. So what we found, available evidences and also a seals. It shows it has a well administrative class. It indicates the well administrative class. Like this way, expensive metals, gems and jewelries also we got there. Expensive metals. That means what we found as some of the important expensive metals in a time of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. Like that the gems also is available and jewelries. I told already the men's and women's both are wearing the jewelry. Like that some of the unknown script, it was indicates 1,000 of the seals. These kind of the unknown script they were write in a seals. So these kind of the 1,000 of the seals it has indicates they were literate people. The Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization people, they were well literate. Like that they were dependent on the agriculture and trade. The agriculture and trade they were used more. So agriculture and trade is one of the important occupation we got from the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. In that they will grow the wheat, barley, pulses and also mustard. So these are the important crops they were grows. Like that cotton also. The cotton also one of the important crop. These kind of the cotton they were used for a cloth. And the cotton weaving also one of the important occupation, which that the well irrigation projects also available. They used the river bank, they used the river water, they settled in the river bank. So these kind of the irrigation facilities also we found in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. In that they used many of the some of the domestic animals also we got there. Those are humped bull, cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, dog and hen. So these kind of the domestic animals, and they were made the poultry system also. So these kind of the sheep rearing and goat rearing and also some of the domestic animals they were kept in their houses. Like that cattle rearing, sheep rearing and poultry also one of the important occupation we got from the Harappa civilization. In that some of the oxen. So these kind of the oxen they were used to transport the heavy metals or heavy goods one place to another place. So in that oxen they were used for a business purpose in their towns. Like that some of the important business areas are the trade places, in the sense we are remembering Baluchistan, Saurashtra and Deccan. So these are the important places. It was gives the good contribution in a trade. Like that they were made a trade relationship between the Indus Valley civilization and the Mesopotamia civilization also. See, this Indus Valley civilization and the Mesopotamia civilization, they were made the trade relationship. They were export many goods to one place to another place. Like that the decline of the towns. So these kind of the information we got from historians, how it was declined. So these kind of the civilization, especially it was ends before 4,000 years ago. In a western gate it was completely closed. See, Harappa civilization and Mohenjo-daro civilization, they were made the east and western gates. So western gates which is the lowland. So in that western gates it was completely closed. They cannot use the western gates. Like that the rooms of Mohenjo-daro was smaller. Day by day, the rooms of the Mohenjo-daro it was completely smaller, and all the multi-storied building, the two-storied building, it was converted into a hut. Like that, some of the historians they give a reason to decline of these towns or the civilization. What are those? The first one is dried rivers. Some of the important rivers what we found as a Sindhu river, Saraswati river, it was completely dried. So it is one of the reason to decline of the cities or civilization. And destruction of the forest. So this Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization people, they were cut the more trees. So destruction of the forest also one of the important reason to decline of the cities. And flood. The flood also one of the important reason to decline the city or the civilization. Like this way, the most of the Harappa civilization people and the Mohenjo-daro civilization people, they were live the western part of the Punjab. They were live the western part of the Punjab, and they were migrated to a east and west. They were migrated to a east and south. So these are the important things. With that, some of the important survival cities, in a sense, that is called as a Lutha. This Luthal, it is one of the harbor. They were used this harbor to transport the goods. This Luthal city especially we found in Gujarat. So these are the important factors. It was helpful to know about the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. So after the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization, we found the Vedic age. The Vedas also one of the important thing we got here. So the ancient civilization. So these kind of the Vedic age people, in the sense we are remembering Aryans. So these Aryans they were compiled the Vedas. So these kind of the Aryans they were come from a southern part of the Russia, and they were settled in a Ural mountain slopes, and some of the Indo-European tribe people they were migrated to a Central Asia, and they came to a iron plateau and they formed to migrate to a Punjab. See, Punjab via Afghanistan. So these are the important tribal people. They were belongs to a Vedic age. See, according to the B.K. Ghosh, he wrote the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in important thing. Especially the Vedic period. The Vedic period in a sense it was between the age of 1500 BCE and 700 BCE. 1500 BCE to 700 BCE. In this way, we are divided into two important Vedas or the period of Vedas. Those are pre-Vedic period or used to call as a Rigveda period. This Rigveda period it was 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE and post-Vedic period. So it was 1000 BCE to 700 BCE. So these kind of the Vedic periods we got here. That means these two important Vedic periods they were made a four important Vedas. These four Vedas it was in a oral form, not in a written form. Later, many years it was emerged into a written form. Many years later, it was emerged into a written form. So these kind of the four Vedas in the sense of we are remembering Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. This Rigveda, it is used to call as a pre-Vedic period. Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda used to call as a post-Vedic period. Like this way, especially we are remembering, so these four Vedas, it was a nature worship and it was a process of the Yaga. We found the process of the Yaga. In that, some of the black magic also available. That means Atharvana Veda, it was completely belongs to a black magic. Like this, Samhite, some of the Vedas. So what we found, these kind of the Vedas, we used to call as Samhites, and every Samhite, it was a text called as a Brahmana. It was text called as a Brahmanaka. Every Brahmanaka used to call as a Aranyaka. See, these kind of the Aranyaka and also Upanishads also we found there. So these are the important factors, especially we got from the Vedic culture or the Vedas. Especially, what is the meaning of Aranyaka? The Aranyakas in the sense it was supplementary instruction to hermit who are living in a forest. Like that, Upanishads also we found there. The Upanishads in the sense it is one of the philosophy we got from the Vedic culture. In that Rigveda period. So this Rigveda period it was 1500 BCE to 1000 BC. 1000 BC. So this is called as a Rigveda period. So in that Rigveda period we found 1028 suktas. 1028 suktas. So these kind of the suktas were grouped under the mandalas. So these are Rigveda period people, especially we are named as a Indo-European family. So these kind of the family they were migrated or they were settled in the place of a Afghanistan, Hindu Kush mountain to Doab of Ganga Yamuna. Doab of a Ganga Yamuna. Afghanistan of Hindu Kush mountain. Afghanistan's Hindu Kush mountain to a Doab of a Ganga Yamuna. So what is the meaning of Doab? Doab means it is a place between the rivers. It is the place between the rivers. Those place we used to call as a Doab region. We used to call as a Doab region. Like that, the social system. So what is the social system in the Rigvedic period? In the Rigvedic period, especially the Aryans, we are remembering the Aryans. So these kind of the Aryans, they were divided in a three important groups. So we found the three important groups. Those are Aryans, priestly class and common people. In that we cannot found any caste system or we cannot found any caste consciousness. So what we found as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So we cannot found the caste consciousness at the time of a Rigveda period. In that way, the picture of a social system of Purusha Sukta. So Purusha Sukta, it is one of the thing we got from the Vedas. So this Purusha Sukta, it belongs to a 10th mandala. 10th mandala. In that we found one of the picture. That picture used to call as Adi Purusha. The picture used to call as Adi Purusha. This Adi Purusha's mouth, it was indicates the Brahmana. It was indicates the Brahmana group. And shoulders, the Adi Purusha's shoulder, it was indicates the Kshatriya. Like that, his thighs used to call as a Vaishya. Thighs, it was indicates the Vaishya. Like that, feet, the Adi Purusha's feet we used to call as a Shudra. So these are the important factors, especially we got from the Purusha Sukta in the 10th mandala. Especially Brahmana, they were followed the rituals. They were following the ritual program, and Kshatriya he belongs to a administrative sector, and Vaishya, the Vaishya belongs to a agriculture and also a trade sector. Agriculture and also a trade. Like that to Shudra. Shudra in the sense we are remembering Dasya, Pani and Dasa. So these are the three important sectors. They were worked as a slaves, and they were give a service to those who are what we call as a Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya. The Shudras always they were give a service to a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Like this way, in the Rigveda period, we found the paternal family. So these are the important factors, especially in a social life. The economic system also one of the important thing we got from the pre-Vedic period or the Rigvedic period people. See this Rigvedic period people, they were started to do the animal husbandry. So these kind of the animal husbandry also one of the important occupation. Some of the important animals in the sense we are remembering cows, horses, camels and sheep. Cows is one of the important wealth, and they were use the horse and the camels to transport. They want to transport the goods one place to another place, so that they use the horse and the camels. Like this way, sheep rearing also one of the important occupation. Later, the cultivated land. The cultivation or the agricultural land also one of the important wealth for the pre-Vedic period people. Like that, they use these animals for the tilling, to lift water and to move a carts and agricultural purpose also. So these are the animals are helpful to get a milk and meat. So that the almost all of the pre-Vedic period people they were started the animal husbandry, and they have don't aware about the iron. They cannot use the iron. Later, at the end of the Rigvedic period or the Vedic culture, they were started to do the agriculture, and they use some of the metals and pottery and weaving, carpentry. So these are the occupations we got in the pre-Vedic period. So pottery it is one of the important profession, and weaving and carpentry is one of the important occupation we got from the pre-Vedic period. And one of the word we got in a Rigvedic period. So what is that word? The word used to call as a Pani. So what is the meaning of Pani? Pani means is a local rich tribe. In the time of Vedic culture, we found a local rich tribe. Those are called as a Pani. And some of the cultivated land, especially we used to call as a Kshetra. Some of the cultivated land we used to call as a Kshetra. So what they were made the cultivation occupation. So that is called as a Krushi. The agriculture occupation used to call as a Krushi. The pre-Vedic period people they were made the irrigated land also. So what is irrigated land? Some of the important evidences gives the information about the Aligram of Swat Valley. So this Aligram of Swat Valley, it was a well irrigated land. They use the river water to make an agriculture. Like this way, oxen. They use the oxen for a pull carts and a plough. So that oxen is very useful to a Rigvedic period people. Like this the pull water by using the rope and a pulley. So pulley and a rope they were used to pull the water. So when they were started to do the agriculture, the pre-Vedic period people when they were started to do the agriculture, they have got an idea. The preservation of the seeds in an underground system and the harvest grains also one of the important factors we got from the pre-Vedic period. So dear students, today we learned many things from this lesson, especially town planning, town life, like that Vedic age, in that what is the meaning of Veda, how many Vedas it was, and what is the social life and the economic life. So these are the important factors, gives the information about the ancient civilization of India. Thank you.